Alright. This is Shogun 2. I messed up my recording, and so I'm gonna have the voice over this. Yay.
I love the name Murder Option 3. Okay, please make sure it's co-op.
Yeah,
Uh,
make sure we're good. Yeah, so I kinda messed up. This is our third attempt. Our first attempt, my teammate wasn't doing so well. He's Dorado, by the way. And, yeah, so we restarted there. Then the second attempt, I started to notice there's some problems with our run. And I realized we were going head to head. We were trying to kill each other by accident instead of playing co-op. So we had to restart again. And so yeah, this is our third attempt. Murder option 3. That is our run.
and I'm already in a trade agreement with you, so yes.
Yep, and that's kind of how we know it's working. I can see his side of the map, and he can see that we're trading. Maybe, not really. Start off by just immediately taking this territory.
I'm sorry to say, but that was genuinely funny. When you said we weren't trading, I'm like, are you sure? Because we usually start off trading immediately. But I didn't think anything. I'm thinking, well, something, I don't know. Maybe the DLC changed something. No.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I accidentally put us head to head trying to murder each other.
I mean, it's fine. Like I said, I don't care. I'm just saying it's like, bruh. It's happened again. Third time's a charm, baby.
Third time's a charm.
Nah, we're always going to go in. Okay, this time make sure I'm actually fucking learning something, because I'm not going to lie. I wasn't doing anything last time. I'm like, oh, I literally wasted a turn. Well, this is awkward. Whatever. Alright. Spent all my money.
Yeah, he was talking about our prior run. I do a little cutover. I think. Here, it's whatever. We got Tokugawa. They're on my doorstep. Move my guy over here. Move my reinforcements to stop the man, one of the man, the myth, the legends, Saito Dosan, the Viper of Japan. I gotta stop him from retaking back his house. And then I gotta make sure my lord is in a proper position between the castle and the Tokugawa that's attacking me. That's what the white flag is with gold. Because if my man is too far from the castle, he will just maneuver around my lord and just steal my my home territory. So I gotta make sure I'm in the right spots. We go try and get a little trade, get some income going. It doesn't go too well for this guy. He dies like immediately. But get one turn of money. And I'm mostly prepped past the turn.
Yes, the best thing about this game.
Yeah, I mess up a little bit. I forget to do a couple things, and so I can during his turn, I can do a little stuff like recruits. Yeah, pretty much just recruits. I don't think I can move around the skill tree. I think I can change a bit of the taxes.
Bro was murdered. Holy.
Yeah, as Monk bit to dust, he tried to do a little sabotage, and it didn't go well at all.
I tried to demoralize the army. Man was immediately assassinated.
Yeah, priests and monks, they tend to bite the dust really easily if you're not careful. But they are very powerful if you do it right with them. So I'm just a little panning over my friend's territory. Uh, priorly, I show him like some techniques. I realized when I was panning over it, he's not doing any of the techniques, which is fine. If he wants to play the game his way, it's fine. And you'll see later that he does fine. He passed his turn, and I immediately get attacked, like I predicted. I mean, we've already done this
Once
3 times
again,
now. Yeah, here you can see the map of how the fight's going. This is a good time during the loading screen to prep how I'm going to do the fight. I don't think everyone really realizes that when they see this map. But I will be skipping this map next time, though, for the rest of the fights. Little loading screen. I'm showing... I'll skip the loading screens next time. But this time I kind of want to show, like, this is what kind of have to deal with this old game. Great game, by the way. Recommend it. But yeah, there's a bit of loading time if you don't put this game on SSD.
yay.
And it's raining. Raining is bad for guns, and fire weapons. Also, I think it decreases how long it takes for your men to recover from fatigue. So I have them move as little as possible and make sure they don't run around too much, or else they'll demoralize themselves from fatigue, as anyone would be. I am now trying to push my men as close as I can to this hill, because we can't be in the hill when we start. We gotta just kind of do it, shimmy our way around. And so yeah, I'm prepping this little set of gates. I'm gonna use my general to kind of bait my opponent into the worst part of the gate for him. I'm gonna bait him into the meat grinder of the map, and then I'm gonna leave a little opening on the right. We are playing on easy difficulty, so the enemy general is gonna most likely take the bait. But on higher difficulties, they probably are less prone to taking bait. And so yeah, I send my general out to be bait. And you see what I'm talking about a little bit, like higher difficulties, it's a little bit harder. But you can see they're not really taking the bait immediately. But they do finally take the bait, and then the enemy army freezes up. I don't really realize it right after it because I'm trying to stop my general from dying. But it's kind of funny. Normally doesn't happen, but once again, we're playing on easy. The AI is going to do a lot more mistakes on easy, and I know how to take advantage of it. So yeah, the enemy has been successfully baited to the meat grinder section of my setup, and so now we are retreating to the hill. I am trying to time this Yari spear wall, which closes the formation, and just tightens it up and makes it harder for the enemy to penetrate through my men. Kills charge bonus for enemies, but they're going uphill, so they have barely any charge bonus. And yeah, this is where I kind of realize, oh my god, the enemy has frozen. They have not moved at all.
Bro, like, it's raining. They don't want to get wet.
Rain bad.
And then I realized, oh fuck, and I can't throw any more bodies.
Yeah, then I realized that instead of using his archers to, shoot my men, he then sends them into the meat grinder to die for some reason.
We call this move build bomber units. Throws bombs.
Ugh. Yeah, it'd been nice if I had bombs to just shred all these bodies just instantly. Yeah, his general not doing the smartest maneuvers this run, and so I'm gonna try and squeeze him.
Look, man, just take this, okay? We've already suffered enough. I don't want to restart again.
Yeah, his general is now going for my archers. I realized this immediately. I tried to stall him with my general, which is not a smart idea, if my general takes a bit of hit.
Anyway, how late are we going for this anyways?
Yeah, we're gonna be playing. We started at 11, and so we're aiming to be playing
Hmm.
pretty late. I have a doctor's appointment, so I can't be too late, but
You think 1 is a good time?
yeah, we agree
Yeah.
on 1
Main
right
reason is
now.
because, yeah, I got work tomorrow. Unless I can get out of it, but, you know, there's no guarantee I can get out of it.
And so, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, 1's good enough. That's still time for me to do some stuff and then sleep in. So I'm like, yeah, 1's good.
Alright, so I managed to pull my general out. I get the archers out of the way in time. And then I get a bunch of spear, and we're gonna pinch this general, finish him off. We pretty much have this battle. This battle is won. I'm just trying to, get the thing to go. And yeah. Verdict. This fight was alright. My general took too many hits. Other than that, went pretty
Oh,
well.
right. So you've probably seen this, but it cracked me up hard. I'm just randomly like looking at the loading tips things on it, and one of them cracked me up. It's straight up like, yeah, a samurai can literally just kill a random person who's been rude to them, and they don't have to inform the police. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, wild times back then. I believe samurai were basically nobles, and so they pretty much had an authoritarian figure, and so they're kind of allowed to do this kind of thing.
True. But yeah, it just cracked me up. Just like, okay, well, yay, murder.
Yay, murder.
Damn rebels.
There's the man Saito Dosan, one
I
of
know,
the
but
legends.
when I go over them, it says rebels, which cracks me up. I know it's not what they are, but that's what the game calls them for me when I hover over them.
Yeah, devs didn't give Saito Dosan, despite being a man, a very
They're
important
still
figure.
alive, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't get much, but I'll take it. Don't want to fight like an overpowered Saito Dosan. And just like that, the Viper of Japan has been slain. Send my men back, and now finish off the Tokugawa.
Rip.
Man dies. General levels up. I get 2 options for the same thing. So I'm like, I'll just take the rarer one. And then I increase the movement range on my general. We need as much movement range as possible during the Oda campaign. And we take their home territory. The Tokugawa have been slain. Send reinforcements. And this is the farthest we've gone. Because we had to keep resetting. So I'm a little in the unknown now. Because we're still in book move territory. Like a chess game where you move a certain way. I still haven't figured out how I want to do my book moves for the Oda campaign. But this last turn, I mean, not last turn. This next turn, you'll see I mess up pretty bad. I'll talk about it here in a second. And yeah, I do a little skip. It is the Issei. This is a very important faction. I don't know if I pronounced their name right. No, it's the Imagawa.
I
That's
mean,
right.
hey, you might as well. Better be
Yeah.
safe than sorry.
I realize that my lord does not have enough. If I reinforce my lord, he may not have enough movement range to get to kill the general and take the territory. And it's winter, so I need to take the territory. So I'm kind of worried about it, so I save, and so we're going to go do this. Main reason I want to do it this way is so I can auto instead of actually manually fighting, because I don't want to take forever doing fights. I want my friend to have some time to play the game as well. I don't want to be doing all the fights, taking up all of our time. And then that's when I realized, yep, my man sits down, does not have enough movement range. I just in pain right
Rip.
now.
Yeah. Time to rewind time again.
Yep, and that's why I saved, because I noticed it beforehand. I was very annoyed that it actually happened. I was hoping it didn't happen. I knew better, but I just really didn't want to eat up a bunch of time doing a bunch of fights. But the fights are cool. So, yeah. Rewind time, baby. Do a bit of skipping, so you don't have to see us doing all the loading screens. Probably could cut a little of that out, but... Alright, here we go. Quick save, because I don't want to fail this fight by accident.
Should be.
It should be an easy fight. I do have a disadvantage in terms of units. So I have to do something. This is going to be like a textbook example of we slam our men together. And in this situation, if we did slam our men together, I would lose. And so I need to try and think of something to take the advantage. And you'll see I do know what to do. This is not my first rodeo being at a disadvantage. It's actually my favorite maneuver to do. So I'll explain in a bit. So we'll start with how we're doing our formation. Group everyone together. So the archer goes front. We normally, in these situations, you start with a scrimmage battle. And you can see at first, it looks like I have the advantage. But then he's got reinforcements coming in. And so once... I'm not going to send my men to run over. I could run over there, exhaust my men, and try and wipe out the enemy before his reinforcements show up, but I don't think it's really worth the risk of exhaustion and, this super timely fight. So we have my men walk. We let him have his advantage. But at least my men aren't exhausted for this fight. And that's more important in my mind. Because I have my tricks. Yeah, archers up front. His archers are also up front. For some odd reason, he sends his men forward too much. I'm like, okay, I'll get a free kill. And then he immediately realizes his mistake and redoes his formation. I'm like, okay. Send the men forward, and we begin the scrimmage battle. So you can see I only have one archer, and I believe he has 2 or 3. Doesn't matter, he has more archers than me. And so that means he has the advantage of winning the scrimmage battle, and I would just lose outright. So we kind of let the scrimmage battle happen for a little bit, and then I send my generals in. I'm going to try and spook him at the cost of my generals. I want him to slip up. I want him to make a mistake by me making a mistake that the AI think is a mistake, just an outright mistake. And so yeah, the AI tries to call me out on the mistake, but it was a bluff, and so now I can decimate one of his units, and this will give me the unit advantage if I take the kill here. And that's why I immediately do. I have the archers just rain in, try and get that kill as fast as possible. We're playing on easy, so there's a high chance they'll get the kill, so I'm not too worried about it. Even if they didn't get the kill, my men, that dude, he's by himself. I could just have all my men gang up on that one guy and take the win. So even if this wasn't on easy, it would still play out the same. Have my generals go in, and now that he doesn't have any defense on his side, his flank, because he just sent his men in recklessly like this, I can now stun lock the archers. And that's what I do. Stun lock the archers. Stop him from using his archers to win the scrimmage battle. He's sending his men in. I gotta make sure my general's safe before I do any more maneuvers. Have my archers run back. Double check on the general. Make sure he's good. You can see the enemy general does not take the bait and try to do the fight. Fight my general. Just an AI choice. Maybe on higher difficulties he would have taken it, the fight, but this difficulty he does not. I go for his archers are once again undefended. He did not move his generals up, and so they're completely undefended. I go for another stun lock. Their archers get scared at the sight of my men coming in. And we're just going to run them over. We don't need to stick around and fight. We're just going to try and run them over. We got some spearmen running, so I have my generals try and sweep that under the rug. And then I see the enemy generals making a maneuver. But I don't think I see it initially. So I want to finish off these men, so I do a little flank. And then here I make a mistake. I realize the general's coming in, right? So I do a form up. The game says they're going to do the maneuver, but they don't do the maneuver, and I don't see in time that the game didn't register. You can briefly see it when I was doing it, that I did send the order. The order was confirmed, but my men didn't do it. And so my archers, because of that, take a hit, like a really bad hit. They just drop like flies. And I'm a little peeved by it, because that would have been like a perfect victory. But the game didn't follow orders when I told them to do what to protect my archers.
Rip.
The enemy general saw the opening and took it. I tried to close it. It didn't happen. Simple as that. But we still take the win. Win's a win. Close victory. That's what I'm talking about. Just the archers taking that hit changed it from a decisive victory to a close victory. I'm like, hell.
A close fight. From whose perspective?
Very silly. But that is the Imagawa. That's their main force. If you sit for too long, they'll grow really fast. So we have to sweep them up. And then I skip. I skip here. Because I was afraid the video might get too long. But yeah, we kill the Imagawa. We just finish them off. There's nothing left of them. My general had enough movement to make it. And so yeah, we just skip near the end. This is 2 hours later now. And now we gotta fight I gotta fight a new problem. The man, the myth, the legend, Takeda Shingen, the Tiger of Japan, is on my doorsteps. And I'm kind of scared, because I don't have my man, the myth, the legend, Oda Nobunaga. I just got some weak level 1 generals, so I'm kind of scared. But he just stops right there. I'm like, oh. I was expecting a castle fight, but he ran out of movement speed because I didn't build my roads because I was poor. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. Just full army clash. Get my men up in there. Gonna move any second now. There we go. Just want to make sure it's perfect. And yeah, we go for this fight. The 50-50, but we're gonna show is a
This goes.
If I auto this fight, I'd lose majority, if not half my men. So we gotta manually do this fight. And I know how to do this fight. But I'm a little worried because this is Takeda Shingen. This kind of strategy. This man is a genius back in the day. In real life, of course. Not in the game, of course. Yeah, he's not going to be very smart. Because we're playing on easy, of course. But here, I get reinforcements, and this is the problem with this old game. It's not properly optimized, and so my men are all just weirdly out of formation when the reinforcements show up. I try to fix it. It takes me 4 minutes, and I realize I can't fix it. It's just too far gone, and I just Instead of watching 4 minutes of me struggle with the unit cards, I just skip it. Just cut it out. And we're just going in. We are going in. So I'm expecting a bit of a scrimmage fight initially. So I have my men kind of open up their formation. My archers, at least. But I probably didn't need to do that. It might have been better to have a closed formation and just like hit as hard as possible with a tight formation instead of it being loose. But still works out in the end, so just roll with it. Yeah, and see, bigger armies, a lot of walking, a lot of big walking. It is 4 times speed, and it's taken them a while to get there. Now, I don't realize it this initially, but I position myself under a hill, and this gives me an unusual advantage. Normally, you want to be on top of the hill, but I unknowingly go under a hill, and this gives me an advantage I didn't realize. I'll explain it in a second once it happens. Yeah, man, about to form up. The enemy starts doing a little bit of movement. They're gonna get ready up for this skirmish fight. I accept the skirmish fight, and then I kind of look. Yeah, they're not moving up, so it is a skirmish fight right now. And then the AI quickly realizes now that we've entered the scrimmage fight that he's gonna immediately lose, and so he redoes his strategy, and so he pushes forward, and I realize this immediately. And since my men are under a hill, my archers. So when you go down a hill, your men get a movement bonus because they're going down. And so my archers speed up a little bit, and you can see he immediately sends his cavalry. This is what the Takeda are known for, is their cavalry tactics. And I almost fall for it. If it wasn't for that hill and me going down the hill, I would have lost my archers. And so he realizes this. He didn't realize it either. Both of us didn't realize it, and his his cavalry are now stuck in a hard place. They didn't make it in time. They didn't get the archer kills, and now they're just getting shredded by my archers. They could have. They're like they don't know what to do. They're like, oh my god, do I smash into a bunch of spears and instantly die, or do I sit here and just take the hits? I'm like, I'll take it, bro. You take the hits while you figure things out. Takeda Shingen is in the back. I want Archer him, but I know it's not a good idea. So I let the archers kind of wail on some people. You can see their men are not doing so hot, morale wise. I'm like still debating who the archer should kill. I really want Takeda Shingen, but is whatever. I just go for some infantry, just weaken them up before they attack my infantry. I'm starting to realize, yeah, I got a good wing that's ready, and so we're going to squeeze with a flank over here. Just going to close it up. Just looking good little pan, see how the battle's going. Their men are kind of routing already, despite them having a little rally, a morale boost. They're not doing so hot. They're realizing that they're not winning. Shingen's a little bit closer to the archers, but I don't think I'd take it immediately. I want to do something with the left flank, because I see that those cavalry impending. They could flank in, but I think I have the advantage. And pretty much we have the win here. They take too many army losses, and soon they'll take a morale. The entire army just takes a morale bonus or morale drop because too many of their men have quit. Even though I didn't get the general, and yeah, it's basically a win. And it kind of goes to show how fast these fights can just change if you're not paying attention. And that's why I kind of like the Oda, is like you just get all these cheap spearmen. Just they have good morale and they stand their ground. They fight to the death. These farmers, bro, they fight.
Right. Well, I guess after this we shall save.
We're about to wrap it up.
Because I would like to keep going, but work.
I want to show him this
Nope.
win. 192 to 1,000 losses.
Nope. Sadly, I was still loading him. No, I can see nothing.
Yeah, you can't see it. My amazing victory.
It is what it is.
I even get a statue dedicated to this win. I didn't see it. You can kind of see it right next to Takeda. That statue is my victory over him. That just tremendous victory. The game will award a statue to it. I'm like, hell yeah. But we gotta finish the man off. The man, the myth, the legend. He stayed in the back the entire time, so he's still alive. But we can auto this.
If we fail, we'll just reload time at the other time.
Sweep them under the rug. A legend has fallen. The Tiger of Japan, slain.
Clap, clap, clap.
To a bunch of farmers. Glorious. And that is where we wrap it up. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. I know I cut it up. I cut out like 2 hours of footage of me taking over like all the way to Tokyo. I have Tokyo. There's Tokyo right there. And I'm about to finish off the Takeda. I gotta go swipe their territories now that the Lord's done. But yeah, that's the end of this run. I'm just making sure I'm good before we call it quits. And yeah, thanks for watching.